Johnny at 25, the junior scoring well.
Starting at guard, number 15, Scott Farrell.
12-point score, hurt his right leg, but he says he's all right.
And number 31, Mike Cunningham.
Mike had 12 points, including 2 free throws who won the game in the third overtime.
Coached by Mr. Murray Mendenhall.
Here's Murray Mendenhall. Played on a Central State Championship team back in 1943, later played at Indiana University.
And now they line up for the team of the home on the scoreboard, the Giants of Marion High School.
Here are the Marion Giants, 24 victories, 2 losses.
Starting at one forward, number 22, Jeff Todd.
Jeff Todd, 9 points this afternoon, team's leading scorer.
At forward, number 40, Joseph Price.
He's only a sophomore, had 10 points in the game this afternoon, also had some leg cramps.
Starting at center, number 50, Ron Peters.
8-point scorer this afternoon, a junior.
Starting at one guard, number 14, Lorenzo Pettiford.
He had 13 points.
Starting at the other guard, number 30, Rocky Adrianson.
14 points in the afternoon game.
The Giants are coached by Mr. Larry Little.
Larry Little, right there in the flat
This
suit.
time, ladies and gentlemen.
And now, the fans stand for the national anthem sung by Marie Ankenbrook, Mark Limer, Tom Miller, Terry Lovejoy, Jim Klein, Rick Schilling are the trumpeters. The officials for tonight's basketball game from Indianapolis, Indiana, Jimmy Dimitrov, and from Franklin, Indiana, Ken Gorel Jr. One of these teams survives. One ends the season. Jimmy Dimitrov ready to toss the ball into the air at center court. His colleague is Ken Gorel Jr. from Franklin facing you on this side of the court. Waiting now for the teams to break huddle. Dick, this could be a game where the winner could be in the low 70s, the loser in the 60s.
Or lower. I'm not sure these two teams are going to go out here and run too much. I think they're going to play both rather conservative.
And we're ready to go. Ron Tabron will jump center for Southside. You look at the Southside chair block. And Jeff Todd forward is jumping for Marion. We're underway. Controlled Southside Flowers. Mike Cunningham, whose 2 free throws in the final moments of the third overtime won it for the Green this afternoon. Scott Farrell, Keith Gilbert, man-to-man defense by Marion. Scott Farrell, bounce passing inside. Gilbert fakes, goes under. Foul charged to Jeff Todd. Gilbert missing the layup from the right side of the hoop. Gilbert, 61% free thrower during the season. Shoots 2. No score. 17 seconds gone. A little earlier start tonight than 8:15. Gilbert, 1-0 South. Southside 23 victories, Marion 24. Gilbert getting 2, South leads 2-0. Marion with the ball for the first time, and Rocky Adrianson, who had a 10-point third period blast this afternoon that aided Marion immensely, coming from behind 32-24. Jump shot, Joseph Price, in and out. Rebound drop, picked up by Pettiford. Shot, scores, foul. The basket is good. Foul is charged on the play to Tabron. Excellent offensive play by Lorenzo Pettiford off the offensive board. Ties the game at 2. The free throw on a three-pointer to put the Giants in the lead. Pettiford's numbers at the foul line, 65%. 13 points scored this afternoon. Looks short. Air ball out of bounds, south side, on the side. So it's 2-2, 7:28 to go, first period. Live from the Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne. Marion going to some pressure in the backcourt. Scott Farrell dribbling it down, feeds Cunningham back to Farrell. Farrell is double teamed. They try to trap him over the timeline to Ron Tabor. Ron Tabron. Scott Farrell to Ron Tabron. Cunningham, foul, Pettiford. That's the second on Marion. Out of bounds to south side, 2-2 score. Mike Cunningham will inbound the ball. Marion in a man-to-man defense. Intercepted pass by Jeff Todd. Rocky Adrianson now for the Giants. Quickly down court. Ron Peters shot blocked by Fowers. Caught by Peters. Adrianson. Pettiford scores. All 4 of Marion's points. The Giants lead 4-2. 6:47 to go. Period number 1. Farrell with some daylight. Trying to set up Flowers, who's in a low post position. Bounce pass to Ron Tabron. Right back to Cunningham at the rim and bounces into the hands of Jeff Todd. Todd, a natural left-hander. Plays golf right-handed, but plays tennis left-handed. Pettiford cut off by Gilbert. They go around to Todd. Todd fakes, but he traveled. He shuffled his foot. This turnover gives it to south side. Marion out in front by 2 at 4-2. You look at the south side bench. Gilbert. Scotty Farrell. Adrianson guarding him. That'll be quite a duel. Ron Tabron. Flowers trying to get a post position. Cunningham's long shot misses. Rebound picked off by Adrianson. Quick pass. Pettiford on the shot. It is blocked. Foul on Cunningham. Cunningham draws the first team foul for Fort Wayne South. There is the transition attack by Marion that's very strong. Timeout is called by Fort Wayne South Side. There'll be more action at the Memorial Coliseum in a moment. The score, Marion 4, Southside 2. They do best, and that's a good transition game. Dick?
Southside is yet to pick up a field goal. They've got a couple of free throws from Gilbert. Cunningham has taken the only shot that Southside has thrown up at that basket. So they're a little slow getting started.
Pettiford on the line. 2 shots. Six minutes to go in period number 1. Free throw is short. That is short. Rebound tipped up, almost tipped in by Ron Tabron of Southside. Flowers has it. John back to Scotty Farrell. Farrell into the attacking zone. Gilbert goes toward the defense. Sets up Flowers. Intercepted by Jeff Todd. Foul on John Flowers. Todd stepped right in front of John Flowers, who continued on in and made contact and fouled. Marion attacking. Jeff Todd. Turnaround shot by Joseph Price misses. Rebound is to Gilbert, knocked away. The whistle stop play. Foul is called on Joseph Price. Southside ball out of bounds. Third team foul against the Marion Giants. Neither team is able to get started yet. They're kind of feeling each other out. The pressure by Marion is bothering South a little bit. Mike Cunningham into the attacking zone. It's Gilbert. Gilbert with some daylight goes under and scores. Gilbert got away. He has all 4 points, and that's the first Southside field goal of the game. It came with 5:20 to go in period number 1. Lorenzo Z. Pettiford, and he turned the ball over, pounded. I think both teams, Dick, are showing the wear and tear of the afternoon session.
If free throws are any indication, that would be true at the moment.
And it's Tabron coming down. Bees Farrell. Farrell takes it to the hoop, banks it up, misses the shot. Rebound tipped in by Keith Gilbert. Gilbert with 6 points, and Southside leads Marion 6-4. I asked Gilbert when he came in the arena tonight if he was tired. He said, I shouldn't be. I didn't play that much this afternoon. Ron Peters, he'll travel. Turnover, no basket. Ball comes back to Southside, and Marion is having a few problems offensively now. Marion has turned the ball over 3 times, South twice. Marion continues full court pressure. Mike Cunningham. Scott Farrell still in the backcourt. Over the timeline, Mike Cunningham, 4:37 to go, first quarter. Cunningham, Farrell behind the screen by Gilbert, shoots and scores. Scott Farrell. Keith Gilbert setting the screen, and Marion is going to call timeout as Southside leads 8-4. Marion led 4-2, and South has scored 6 consecutive points, and the Giants call timeout. Other games being played tonight. New Albany is playing Crawford County at Evansville. At Lafayette, Gary Andrean plays Lafayette. At Indianapolis Road Ripple playing Shelbyville.
Larry Little is not going to let his team sit down this time on the bench during this timeout. They do look a little tired out there. Rocky Adrianson not moving too rapidly at the moment. Maybe they're just holding on to that second wind. They're hoping they'll get that second wind a little later on. But Larry decided against them sitting down on the bench during this timeout.
8-4, Fort Wayne South in the lead. Gilbert with 6, Scott Farrell with 2. Lorenzo Pettiford has all 4 Marion Giant points. Pettiford to Rocky Adrianson. Lorenzo Pettiford into the attacking zone against the zone defense by Southside. Jeff Todd ranks 38th in this class of Marion. Into the pivot. Joseph Price goes under. It is a block foul. It'll be charged to John Flowers. John got hit on the jaw, but I think he's okay. Number 2 on John Flowers. And Joseph Price, 81% free thrower. 2 shots. The sophomore average is 16.9. We were with us this afternoon. He's the brother of Jovan Price and Jodan Price. 8-5. 180-pounder at 6'4". He's only a sophomore. Shoots 2. 8-6 South. 4:08 to go. Ron Tabron helping out in the backcourt. Scott Farrell. Adrianson giving some ground. Farrell brings into the forecourt. Bounce pass. Keith Gilbert looking inside. Scott Farrell into Gilbert. Gilbert has it knocked away. Foul is charged on Larry Pettiford, on Lorenzo Pettiford. His second of the game. That's the 4th team foul against the Giants. And that'll bring some action on the bench as Ronnie Williams enters in a moment for Marion. Pettiford comes out. Williams, a senior, 5'11", has 20 tournament points, averages 4.5 points a game. Tally 2 in the afternoon victory over Warsaw. Mike Cunningham. Scott Farrell. South has not gotten that ball into John Flowers. The shot missed by Farrell, rebounded by Marion. Joseph Price. Ronnie Williams. Bounce pass intercepted by Ron Tabron coming back. Scott Farrell on the turnover. South leads it by 2. The Archers repossess the basketball. Ron Tabron into Flowers. Turnaround shot by John. He missed it. Rebound, Joseph Price. Marion. Adrianson. Rocky. Ron Peters. Peters angle shot. He missed it. Rebound, John Flowers. An aggressive rebound by John. Keith Gilbert. Now to John Flowers. Cunningham, Mike going baseline, gets the screen by Flowers, feeds Scott Farrell. Again, they're trying to set up Flowers, but they're double teaming him, a man on either side. They release on the opposite side now. It goes to Flowers. John takes his baseline shot, misses it. Rebound over the outstretched fingers of Gilbert to Marion's Price, quickly down court. Jeff Todd banks it up, scores. Jeff Todd gets his first field goal, ties the game at 8. Southside has a 5-on-4 as Williams is late getting back. No, it is Adrianson who was late getting back. Now they're ready. And the lob pass to Flowers. He goes under, overshoots it. Rebound and foul on Keith Gilbert. So John Flowers is having his offensive woes right now. That's number 1 on Gilbert. Out of bounds to the Giants. They're asking for a 1-and-1. As you see Larry Little up there with his assistant coaches. And they're going to get it. Ron Williams will be the free thrower. The senior has come off the bench. His numbers at the line of the season are 67%. Field goal percentage excellent at 53. Score tied. Marion has come back. Free throw is missed. Rebound, Ron Tabron, who skies well to bring that ball down. Scotty Farrell, Mike Cunningham. Marion has gone. Well, they're still in the man. For a moment, I thought they were playing zone. Here's Farrell out in front. He goes under, misses. Rebound, Gilbert is rolling in. Keith Gilbert with his third field goal. And with John Flowers being double-teamed, Keith Gilbert is taking advantage of that situation. 10-8 Fort Wayne South. Adrianson for Marion. Ron Williams misses. Rebound, batted baseline, out of bounds. Marion's ball. Ralph Adrianson, Rocky Adrianson will inbound the ball. Comes out to Ron Williams. Jeff Todd. Ron Williams. Adrianson. Ron Peters, turnaround shot by Ron, scores. Ron Peters gets his first field goal. Score is tied at 10. 80 seconds to go in the first quarter. Intercepted by Todd, but he stepped on the sideline. James Blackman, a brilliant young freshman, enters the game for Marion. Ron Williams leaves.
Adrianson, they decided to take him out instead.
That's right. He started off, and then they put the other man back in. Scott Farrell. Farrell tries to fake to go Ron Williams. Now the bounce pass to Gilbert. They double-team him back to Farrell. And they try the alley-oop to Flowers, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Marion's basketball. Not a good execution on the alley-oop pass, as Flowers had a man between him and the board. If he'd gone for the ball, he would have fouled. 10-10 score, a minute to go in the first period. Jeff Todd, he tries to go through. Misses, rebound. Peters, he got it, but the travel is called before the shot. Ron Peters, who has size 17 basketball shoes, has just traveled. .50-second mark. Well, we haven't seen brilliant basketball in this first 7 minutes so far. It was into Gilbert. Foul charged to Ron Williams. Gilbert looked like he might have been brushed in the mouth when that ball was knocked out of bounds. They go 1-1 at the other end.
I think Gilbert went to catch that ball, and Williams just pushed him, and he pushed him right into the ball, and then it hit him in the head.
Keith Gilbert with 8 points tonight. His average is 9 a game. Is at the line for 1+ penalty. Score tied at 10 with the 49-second mark. Free throw is missed. Rebounded by Joseph Price to Ron Williams. On court as Blackman tries to go through. Gilbert fouls. James Blackman. The freshman goes to the line. His figures are 67% from the charity. Averages 6.1 points a game. Has an excellent field goal percentage of 59. 47 tournament points. 2 shots. Marion rocks back in the lead, 11 to 10. Two for the freshman, 12 for Marion. By Cunningham. Ron Peters is doing a good job on John Flowers, although it's a zone defense. They're playing John almost man-to-man, sometimes 2 men circling him. 29 seconds. Farrell looks up the clock, goes down the lane, dumps it off to Gilbert, outside to Cunningham, to Flowers, to Scott Farrell with 20 seconds. Looks like they're going to wind it down for the last shot. High post position for John Flowers. He's posted high with 13 seconds to go. You can see him on the front half on the yellow part of the foul lane. Now he breaks off, goes into Flowers. Flowers hooks it right hand, misses it. Rebound on the bounce, picked up by Gilbert, goes under and scores. Keith Gilbert. That's the buzzer. And that's the end of the first period with a score. Fort Wayne Southside 12, the Marion Giants 12. 12 to 12. Keith Gilbert has 10 of Southside's 12 points in the first half. Tip. John Flowers control for South. Mike Cunningham, the senior with the basketball. Deflected out of bounds. Knocked out by Jeff Todd. He wanted to call the other way, as you saw. He signaled toward the other end, but the official, Ken Goro Jr., was right there and made the call for the green. Keith Gilbert, Scotty Farrell, Cunningham, John Flowers. Cunningham looking for John. They can't get it in. Farrell shoots long. Missed it. Rebound. Cunningham. His shot. Scores. Mike Cunningham with a soft left-hander puts Southside of the lead at 14 to 12. Jeff Todd. Ron Williams. Todd. Bounce pass. Ron Williams passes intercepted by Ron Tabron of Fort Wayne South. They were trying to get the ball to the moving Ron Peters going down the baseline. Keith Gilbert. Passing to Cunningham. Gilbert baseline. Jumps it. Missed it. Nobody underneath rebounding. They block out John Flowers. There's the pass down court to Joseph Price, shooting baseline, missing it. Rebound batted up. Another rebound is good by Ron Peters. His second field goal ties the game at 14. Scotty Farrell. Man-to-man defense by Marion. Ball is knocked away and out of bounds. It'll be Southside's ball. Rocky Adrianson re-enters for the Giants. Williams comes out. James Blackman, the freshman, stays in the lineup. Ron Tabron for South. Ron has been curtailed here tonight. Into the pivot, intercepted by Jeff Todd. Aim for John Flowers. Long pass on to Blackman. Wild shot, not good. Rebounded by Gilbert. Keith is having an excellent ball game, and a travel is called on Gilbert. Herb Harrison going in for Fort Wayne South. Coming out is Ron Tabron, as Murray Mendenhall wants to talk to Ronnie. He's not done anything offensively so far. Jeff Todd, Marion. James Blackman. Rocky Adrianson's shot was deflected by Farrell, picked up by Joseph Price, blocked by Flowers, but they're going to call goaltending. Adrianson gets the field goal. Murray Mendenhall is furious on the call. Adrianson will get the field goal on the goaltending. Makes it 16-14 Marion. Murray Mendenhall is still upset on the call. Goes in to Irv Harrison. Scott Farrell to try to trap him. Goes between the guards. 16-14, the Giants on top. Flowers jumps it, and there's a collision. Blocking foul against the Marion Giants, Jeff Todd. John Flowers took it to the hoop aggressively. John Flowers will get 2. 25-point scorer for the junior this afternoon. John shoots 68%, but he's inconsistent at the line. He'll make 2 or 3 in a row and then miss 3 or 4. That was perfect. 16-15, Marion. Flowers, a tremendous package of basketball talent. He shoots 2. Ties the game at 16. Rocky Adrianson for the Giants. Jeff Todd. Joseph Price shooting, scoring. First field goal, he has 4 points. 18-16 Marion. Nice play by Scott Farrell, but couldn't take advantage of the fine ball handling. Flowers to Irv Harrison. Mike Cunningham to Flowers. He's in traffic. Feeds Gilbert, who shoots it and scores. Gilbert with 12 points. 18-18. James Blackman. Joseph Price. This is it. Rebound. Peters alone scores. Peters got an easy layup on the offensive board. 20-18 Marion. 5-minute mark of the first half. Scott Farrell. Double post low for South. Cunningham. Irv Harrison. Back to Irv. Harrison's shot. Scores. Ties it at 20. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Ron Tabron reporting for South. And the ball is into the backcourt. Turnover gives it to Fort Wayne Southside. Tabron goes in. Also for Marion, Rob Olds, the junior, enters. Coming out is Joseph Price. Olds appeared briefly in the game this afternoon. Southside on the attack. An even game at 20. Tabron off the left corner, one of his favorite spots, scores. So it is 22-20, Fort Wayne South. Rocky Adrianson for Marion. Jump passes to Jeff Todd. Adrianson. Todd. He's cut off. Bounce passes to Adrianson. Jeff Todd trying to set up Peters. Adrianson flies under, lays it up, misses, tipped in by Ron Peters. Peters is roaming off that offensive board almost at his will here. 22-22. That's his third offensive rebound tip-in. 3:38. Cunningham. Irv Harrison. Rebound to Peters. Peters is 6'4" and a junior. Playing both ends of the court well here tonight. The basketball controlled by Peters. Crowd thought he traveled. Back outside. This is James Blackman missing. Rebound. Flowers. Outlet pass to Mike Cunningham. South goes from defense to offense in the transition. The Farrell's long shot scores. Farrell's second field goal produces a 24-22 Southside lead at 3 minutes of the first half. Ronnie Williams reports for the Giants. Also Joseph Price. Foul. Irv Harrison. Blackman comes off. Adrianson coming off. Joseph Price remains in the officials' table. Adrianson coming back out. He just went over the bench to towel off. Jeff Todd, the free thrower, 80% at the line. 1+1, he has 2 points tonight. He's down by 2. Now by 1. 24-23. South is the guest on the scoreboard. Have to keep reminding ourselves of that because we're in Fort Wayne and South is listed as a visiting team. 2 for Todd and a tie score. Price enters the game, and Ron Peters is going to get a brief rest here. Now Peters comes back out. He did not go, he started off to the bench, but goes back out there. Score is tied at 24. Harrison looking for Tabron, finds Scotty Farrell. Scott comes off the corner, angles the ball to Mike Cunningham. Ron Tabron. Scott Farrell, 2:22. Mike Cunningham. Bounce pass, intercepted by Peters. Not a good play. Ron Williams for Marion. Down went Tabron. Tabron is okay. Comes back down defensively, just joins his teammates. He goes into Peters. Peters fakes, goes up, lays up, got another one. Peters with 8 points in this period. Puts Marion back on top, 26-24. Under 2 minutes. Keith Gilbert reporting for the Archers. John Flowers, Ron Tabron. And there is Herb Hairston going under. Gilbert going under. And there's a timeout called here at the Memorial Coliseum. We'll be back with more action in a moment with the score, Marion 26, Southside 24. Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. The winner of this game here in Fort Wayne plays the winner of that game next Saturday at Indianapolis in the second game. Indianapolis Broad Ripple 19, Shelbyville 15 first quarter. Well, we're ready to resume play at the Coliseum where it is 26-24 Marion on top on Ron Peters' gallant effort for the Giants. He has 10 points in this game, 8 in the second period, and he's been roaming almost at will, Dick.
He's getting loose underneath, and nobody's picking him up.
Herb Hairston, the free thrower. He was fouled by Rob Olds just before the timeout. 1+1 for Hairston. He's down by 2 with 1:46 to go. Third point for Herb. Murray Mendenhall calls. Hairston didn't follow through on that at all. Didn't have a good motion. Marion attacks. Ron Williams, Rocky Adrianson, 26-25. Marion with the ball in the lead. They go into Peters. Peters fakes, goes up, scores another one. He is really probing John Flowers underneath. He's challenging him and getting away with it. 28-25, a 3-point lead. Marion. Southside attacking with 1:18 to go. Scotty Farrell, Mike Cunningham's half quarter scores. Cunningham to the corner. Nothing is tangled, now it's untangled, and we're ready to resume play. 28-27, Marion by 1. 71 seconds to go, first half. Adrianson, Joseph Price. Adrianson, deflected pass intercepted by Herb Hairston. Went through Joseph Price's hands. Less than a minute, Southside down by a point, has a chance to go into the lead in this possession. Scott Farrell, Cunningham, Gilbert, Cunningham, Farrell. Going to be patient here and get a good shot. Taking some time off the clock. And Farrell comes back out toward middle court, reverses, passes to Herb Hairston. 27 seconds. Flowers just standing on the left of the foul circle, not expecting a pass to come his way. 17 seconds now. The Archers definitely will play it down for the last shot. Gilbert. Flowers had an opening, but they couldn't get it into him. Now they do, and he dumps the ball. Flowers slam dunks it for the field goal, and it is 29-28, and that's the end of the first half. With the score, Fort Wayne Southside 29, the Marion Giants 28. Back here for the second half. Herb Harrison is starting the second half, and Ron Tabron is not. Marion goes back to the original starting quintet, including Lorenzo Pettiford, who sat out a good portion of the second quarter. A year ago, in this championship game at the Fort Wayne Semistate, Argus and Marion went down to the last second. Argus got an offensive rebound basket in and went on to Indianapolis, and Marion was eliminated. Play is being held up as the officials apparently see some debris on the court. They're satisfied now to start play. 29-28, South by a point. Tip control by Fort Wayne South. Keith Gilbert passing to Scott Farrell. Cross court, Mike Cunningham. Scott Farrell. Cunningham. Keith Gilbert. Harrison shot scored. Herb Harrison coming off a screen scored. Southside leads 31-28. South in that zone with John Flowers playing the middle. Adrianson directing traffic. He wants Ron Peters on the left and Joseph Price on the right. Lorenzo Pettiford brings it down. They go to Jeff Todd, who shoots and scores. Todd with his second field goal, 6 points. It's 31-30, South by a point. Farrell, Herb Harrison. Ball knocked out of his hands, picked up by Rocky Adrianson. Adrianson flying down, goes under and scores all the way. Adrianson did the same thing this afternoon against Warsaw. Marion leads 32-31. Keith Gilbert, Scott Farrell. Farrell tries to go through, and he is fouled by Rocky Adrianson. That's his first. Herb Harrison is out. Ron Tabron comes back in for Fort Wayne South. Southside ball, offensive end of the court. Marion by a point. Comes outside to Cunningham into the corner. Back to Cunningham from Tabron. Tabron gets it again. Ron has had only one shot in this game, which he has converted. Mike Cunningham. Gilbert looking inside. Scotty Farrell. Gilbert. Farrell fakes, feeds Cunningham, who shoots and misses off the right. Rebound is juggled, caught by Ron Peters. Quickly down court, Adrianson. Adrianson to Todd. Todd goes under. Ball is knocked away by Tabron. Picked up by Peters. Nice play. Out to Todd again. Todd shoots, scores. Basket count. Foul will be called on the play. Basket is good by Todd, and Tabron foul. Rocky foul. A one-shot play for Jeff Todd and a possible three-pointer. Marion leads 34-31, matching a 28-25 margin, which up to this moment was their biggest lead. Southside had a 4-point lead at 8-4. Here's Jeff Todd. This is off left. Flowers rebounds, almost travels. Passes to Mike Cunningham. 5:55 to go in the third. Ball is deflected away from Flowers to Ron Peters. Lorenzo Pettiford shooting, scoring. 6 points for Pettiford. 36-31 Marion. 5-point lead as it opened up. John Flowers into Keith Gilbert. Foul on Pettiford, his third. Common foul out of bounds to Fort Wayne Southside. Ron Tabron. Farrell scores. (36-33), Marion by 3. Lorenzo Pettiford, Jeff Todd. Pettiford, inside turnaround shot. Price scores. Joseph Price for 6 points. 38-33. Marion draws away by 5. Knocked away, stolen right out of Ron Tabron's hands. Underneath, Pettiford alone scores. Timeout will be called by Southside. There'll be more action from the Memorial Coliseum in a moment with the score. Marion 40, Fort Wayne, Southside 33. A score from Indianapolis, halftime. Indianapolis Frog Rifle 31, Shelbyville 23. That's at the half. 40-33 here. Marion on top. 4 minutes 55 seconds to go. Fort Wayne South having all sorts of problems here. They've turned the ball over 3 times. By Cunningham. Intercepted pass by Todd. He goes back under and scores. (42-33), Marion. Ron Tabron. Intercepted pass. Play was made by Pettiford, who saved the ball from going out of bounds. Marion gets it right back. Well, South not doing anything right now. Jeff Todd. Pettiford. Adrianson trying to set up Ron Peters. Pettiford brings it into Peters. Peters shot. He scores. 14 for Peters, and it is 44-33. The Marion Giants lead by 11. Mike Cunningham, John Flowers. Farrell scores. 8 points for Farrell. 44-35. Well, the fatigue factor could be an element here. Here's Todd hooking, missing it. Rebound, John Flowers. Fast break, Scott Farrell. Flowers turnaround shot, misses it. Rebound on the bounce. Foul has been called. This will be charged to Keith Gilbert. Number 3 on Keith. 44-35, the score remains. A little debris has been tossed on the court.
Maybe a lot here in a minute.
Rocky Adrianson. 44-35. The Marion Giants with a tremendous third period splurge here. They were down by 1. Joseph Price. This is rebound. Flowers. It is to Cunningham. Pettiford went down. He was the player that... Here's Ron Tabron scoring. Foul. Price foul. Tabron scores. We have Tabron 2 for 2, Dick.
Right.
What is 44? They haven't put the shot on the scoreboard. There it is. Should be 44-37. And Tabron with a possible three-pointer if he gets the shot, or whether they rule it was the contact after the shot. So it is not a three-point possibility. That's the third team foul against Marion. Mike Cunningham's left-hander. He banks it up, misses the shot. Rebound, Gilbert scores. Southside coming back a bit now. And it is 44-39. South with 6 consecutive points. Lorenzo Pettiford passing off. Peters fakes, goes under. Another play for Ron Peters. 16 for Peters. 46-39. Marion. Down court, and it's in the pass by Anderson. Marion very alert to those half-court passes. Lorenzo Pettiford scores. He has 10 points. 48-39, Marion. 2.5-minute mark. Long pass down. Cunningham. Mike gets it on the corner. Feeds it back out to Tabron. Ron jumps, shoots, banks up, misses the shot. Rebound, Pettiford. Down court. Adrianson. Peters, he let him too much and it went out of bounds. This is a bit wild here. Marion Giants on top by 9. Their biggest lead has been 11. Rob Olds reporting for the Giants. John Flowers going baseline, overshot this one. Rebound, Gilbert follows it in. 16 for Gilbert. It's 48-41, Marion by 7. Adrianson passing off to Joseph Price. Scores with the left hand. He has 8. 50-41. Lob pass. As Pettiford intercepted, he traveled as he came down. Williams going back in the Marion lineup, along with Rob Old. Coming out, Joseph Price and Rocky Adrianson. 50-41, the Marion Giants, with 1 minute and 41 seconds to go in period number 3. Mike Cunningham gets the opening, takes the shot way short. Rebounded by Peters. Jeff Todd. Going to wait now for Pettiford to tie his right shoestring. He's way down to the backcourt. Now he's going to come up and come into your picture. There he is. Marion going to slow it down here. They lead by 9. They go into Todd. Blocked by Flowers. Foul by Flowers. 3 on John. Well, South went 3 overtimes this afternoon and got about 2 hours less rest of the Marion Giants, but the Giants were given a severe test by Warsaw, too, Dick.
They were pushed all the way, but they're showing the tiredness. Adrianson and Joseph Price, both very tired as they came off the floor. Peters is coming out of there. I think that's the first time he's been out of there.
It is. He's had a remarkable game tonight. As Steve Lyons, the 200-pound senior, goes in. He came off the bench this afternoon and contributed to the Marion victory. Here's Jeff Todd. Shooting 2. Scores. That's 51-41. He converts this one. It'll match the previous lead of 11 points. He gets it. So it's a 52-41 lead for the Marion Giants over Fort Wayne South. They're making a lot of mistakes on the Archers. Mike Cunningham. Tabron scores. He has 6. 52-43, minute to go, third quarter. Lorenzo Pettiford passing. The ball is juggled. Traveling charge to Rob Old. Murray Mendenhall jumps up in front of us here and yells, let's go, let's go. And he goes back to sit down. Ron Tabron, Scott Farrell, long pass down. Cunningham, it is Flowers. Flowers is hammered. Foul charge to Steve Lyons. He'll shoot 2. South is breaking the Marion press now with the long passes, and they're gambling as they're down by 9. 47-second mark, period number 3. Remember the NCAA basketball championship on this station Monday night, 9 o'clock. UCLA, Louisville. Point number 5 for John Flowers. Adrianson re-enters for the Giants. Here's Ron Peters after a brief rest coming back in. Ron Williams comes off. Steve Lyons leads. Joseph Price will come in for Marion. His brother Jovan playing professional basketball in Paris in a league in Europe. John Flowers, the junior. This is it. Rebound of Marion's Ron Peters. Marion fans and the bench thought he traveled with the basketball. Adrianson. Lorenzo Pettiford, 38 seconds. Adrianson controlling to Pettiford. Half a minute to go. Third quarter. South in a man-to-man defense. Pettiford in the center circle. They're winding it down for the last shot. They're ahead by 8. Adrianson goes under, scores. Nobody took him. He went all the way in. So it is 54-44, 6 seconds. Tabron. 1 second. Ball is thrown the legs of the court, and it goes over the backboard and out of bounds. The end of 3 quarters. The score, Marion 54, Fort Wayne Southside 44. Basketball in the Fort Wayne Semistate Championship. Marion last won here in 1976. They also won the state championship that year under Bill Green. Tip Ron Taters. Marion gets possession. Lorenzo Pettiford. Marion is going to play a little more deliberately now. They have this lead. It takes some time off that clock as Jeff Todd dribbles it around. Joseph Price, Jeff Todd. Almost 30 seconds gone. 54-44. Ball stolen by Farrell. Scott Farrell coming down for Southside. Lays up, and it'll be goaltending called against Pettiford. The basket counts. Cuts it down to an 8-point ball game. 54-46. Good play by Scott Farrell. Intercepted pass by Keith Gilbert. Passing to Scott Farrell. Another turnover for Marion. Their 4th of the second half, 12th of the game. Gilbert. Marion in his own. Ron Tabron. Tabron's jump shot. Misses it and out. Rebound of the bounce to Joseph Price. Lorenzo Pettiford. 54-46 the Giants. Marion with possession. Pettiford driving down the lane. The whistles blow. Foul is called on Cunningham before the pass-off. Cunningham had his hand on the back of Pettiford as he broke down. That's a common foul out of bounds. Each team with 4 team fouls in this second half. Adrianson will inbound the ball for Larry Little's team. Comes out to Lorenzo Pettiford. 6:45 to go. Adrianson. Joseph Price misses the shot. Foul on Gilbert. Gilbert ran into him, I think, after the shot. It is on Gilbert, his 4th. It'll be a 1-1. He did run into him after the shot. So Joseph Price, he has 2 free throws converted and 2 attempts here tonight. His free throw percentage during the season, 81. Field goal percentage, 54. He's ahead by 8. Free throw, scored. 9 points for him. That's the story on the scoreboard. Marion leads by 10. Southside ball. 6:38. Mike Cunningham. Jump passes down to John Flowers. Flowers across the Tabron. Passes to Scott Farrell. Official almost fell down. His Cunningham shot is not good. Rebound not good. Rebound not good. Next rebound is to Gilbert. Knocked out of his hands and caught by Pettiford. South had the ball 3 times and could not convert from underneath. Rory Mendenhall is up in front of the Southside bench again. Jeff Todd for Marion. 6 minutes to go in the game. Foul has been charged. This will be on Ron Tabron.
Murray's very unhappy with this one official right here in front of him because now Murray's going to say something to him. He wants to be careful because he's liable to get a technical call.
Well, Ken Gurl Jr. almost called the technical when Murray slammed his foot. Jeff Todd, the free thrower. He's 4 for 4 at the line. Leading by 10 at 5 minutes and 58 seconds. Another free throw by Jeff Todd. 13 points for him. He's the team's leading scorer at 17.4. Joseph Price, 16-9. Todd gets 2 more. And Marion's lead is 12, 58-46. 5:55 to go. Southside going 3 overtimes to eliminate Valparaiso this afternoon. Marion was given a whale of a battle by Warsaw. Tabron shot scored. He has 8 points. 58-48, Marion by 10. It's hard to know how to play for Marion right now because if you play too aggressively, you can lose your lead. If you don't play aggressively enough, you're not moving and have no momentum. Ron Peters almost lost the handle. Back outside to Rocky Adrianson. Jeff Todd, he dribbles around, jumps it, knocked away, knocked to the corner by John Flowers. There's no goaltending call. And Scotty Farrell brings it down for Fort Wayne Southside. He goes under, he lays up, he missed the shot. Rebound, not good. The next rebound as Tabron misses again. Rebounded by Tabron and a foul. Hold it. It'll be on Ron Peters. Southside just cannot put that ball in the hoop. Tabron goes to the line. He'll shoot 1 and 1. A 10-point lead for Marion. Tabron has missed a free throw tonight, has 8 points. 6 in the second half, and Ronnie Williams goes in for the Giants.
This is the first time I've seen Southside really rebound. They've had 3 men going in there, but the ball still won't drop for them.
The senior, Ron Tabron, went into this game with 78 tournament points. This is the free throw. Jeff Todd rebounds for the Marion Giants. Rocky Adrianson at 4:50. Williams is cut off and traveling is called. Turnover number 5 for the Giants in the second half. South has turned it over 6 times in the second half and 12 for the game. Marion continues to put pressure on the backcourt. Scotty Farrell with 4:38 to go. Still a long way. Cunningham to Farrell behind the screen by Flowers. Farrell misses the shot. Rebound, Tabron jumps it in. So it is 58-50, Marion by 8. Rocky Adrianson. Adrianson to Peters. Peters fakes, and no basket. Foul on Flowers, and Peters faked Flowers into the air. Flowers picks up his 4th foul. Peters was fouled before he laid it in. He has 16 points. Goes to the foul line on 1+1. And Lorenzo Pettiford going back into the lineup. Rocky Adrianson will sit down. Timeout has been called. We'll return with more action from the Memorial Coliseum in a moment. The score, Marion 58, Fort Wayne South 50. We have another score coming in from Hinkle Fieldhouse, Indianapolis. At the end of 3 quarters, Indianapolis Rock Rifle 58, Shelbyville 37.
Murray Mendenhall talking with his archers now. They're sitting on the bench, tired men. So are the Marion Giants. They're tired. We still got 4 minutes and 19 seconds remaining. And don't think these young men and young women aren't working hard, or have been working hard all day.
Ron Peters.
I was going to say they can still smile.
Peters on the line for the first time. 63% free thrower for the season. Having an excellent scoring game, he averages under 6 points a game. Tonight he has 16. 17. And maybe 18. Two free throws for Ron Peters. Southside inbounds the ball, trailing by 10. Farrell over the timeline to Cunningham. Scotty Farrell. Keith Gilbert. Gilbert trying to go down the baseline is cut off by Jeff Todd. Sends it outside, intercepted by Lorenzo Pettiford. That'll bring Herb Harrison off the Southside bench for Keith Gilbert. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Pettiford driving, feeding Peters. Peters shoots, misses it. Rebound tipped up, not good. And the ball is knocked away, finally picked up by Mike Cunningham. Ball did not hit the floor. 3:37. Tabron, Scott Farrell, Tabron. Farrell trying to get it into Flowers. Tabron takes the shot. He missed it. Rebound, Marion. Pettiford. Down court to Joseph Price. He missed it. Rebound Price. He scores. 12 points for Price. 62-50. Marion by 12. 3 minutes, 9 seconds to go. Irv Harrison still at the bench, trying to get in this game. Farrell's long straightaway shot. Misses. Rebound. Batted in the hands of Joseph Price as Keith Gilbert got his left hand on it, but he tipped it into Price's hand. Under 3 minutes. The Marion Giant fans are whooping it up on the other side. They lead by 12. Pettiford to Peters. Cross court to Pettiford. Pettiford coming down the lane. There's a tremendous collision as Pettiford and Tabron collide. The foul is on Pettiford. Number 4 on Pettiford. Adrianson re-enters for the Giants. Irv Harrison goes in for Fort Wayne South, and Keith Gilbert will sit down. Pettiford is shaken up, and so is Tabron, but not as bad as Pettiford on that collision. That's the hardest collision of the day.
Well, that was a head-on collision. That makes you take a couple of deep breaths after that happens. Pettiford, that was his 4th foul.
Southside gets possession. Time will be taken by the Marion Giants. 2 minutes, 36 seconds. Again, our compliments to Fort Wayne Northside, the tournament host this year, and all the wonderful people from the Redskin School who have assisted in putting on this tournament. Under Dan Howe, the principal of Northside High School, we thank Dan for his cooperation, as well as that of Dwayne Brown, the Northside Athletic Director.
Well, both clubs, I guess we hate to keep harping on this, but they're very, very tired. They take a timeout. They don't run to the bench. They just sort of walk over there very carefully. Some of the fans have given up the ghost here and are pulling out of here. 2 minutes, 36 seconds remaining, 62-50, a 12-point lead for the Marion Giants. That's a lot of points to overcome. It can be done. Southside not able to get that ball into John Flowers, their 6'9" center, and John hasn't been doing much here in this second half. As a matter of fact, he's only scored one free throw, and he was shackled in the first half. He only had 4 points.
1 field goal in this entire game. Take another point. Marion is maintaining its lead by converting free throws. They've made 6 out of 6 in this final period, and they have only 1 field goal in the last quarter, and that's by Joseph Price. Southside's ball. The Archers trail it by 12. 2:33 remaining. Now to Flowers. Flowers jumps it, misses it. Rebound is to the side, picked up by Ron Tabron. Scott Farrell, nice fake, jumps it up and misses it. Rebound, Flowers can't get it, and Peters does. Down court, Adrianson with daylight. Adrianson scores. So it is 64-50. The Marion Giants on top by 14 big ones. Southside Scott Farrell shooting long. Missed it. Rebound. The whistle's blow underneath. A back-end foul has been called. It'll be charged to Joseph Price, his 3rd. Lorenzo Pettiford coming right back in for the Marion Giants. Ron Williams comes out. John Flowers will shoot. 64-50, Marion. The last time the Giants won the Semistate, the last 2 times they won the Semistate, they also won the state championship. Flowers misses it. Rebound, Adrianson, under 2 minutes to go. Marion way out in front by 14. Ball is stolen by Scott Farrell. Farrell goes under, scores on the layup. He has 12 points tonight. It is 64-52. Intercepted pass, deflected by Flowers into Farrell's hands. Scott shoots and misses. Rebound, Tabron scores. The South giving it a whirl here. Lead is 10 points with 90 seconds to go. Ron Peters. Cunningham went down and got back up, but he seemed to like it down on the floor. Pettiford, 64-44, deflected pass, but Tabor knocked out of bounds. It'll be Marion's ball. And timeout is taken by the Marion Giants with 70 seconds remaining in this game. And the Marion Giants leading Fort Wayne South by 10 points. In their earlier meeting, the 6th game of the season at Marion, the Giants defeated South 62-59. Well, it looks like it'll be Marion against Broad Ripple of Indianapolis in the 2nd game at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis next Saturday afternoon. Larry Little going to the diagram board. 64-54 he leads.
Somebody brought their head up underneath that diagram board and sort of tilted the play a little bit there. I'm sure Marion now will probably try to stall that ball out. They'll four-corner offense or something. They've got a 10-point lead, but they had a 14-point lead just a moment ago, and South got 2 quick baskets on 2 turnovers by the Marion Giants.
Well, I know 2 basketball teams, Dick, that will have a long, wonderful sleep tonight. In fact, both teams look very, very tired. Inbounded by Jeff Todd of Marion. Lorenzo Pettiford, Rocky Adrianson, 1:05 remaining. The Giants are out in front by 10. A minute to play. Adrianson, a collision foul on Scott Farrell. His first. Southside led in this basketball game at 24-20. The margin at halftime in favor of South. Pettiford is 0 for 3 at the line with 10 points tonight. Rebound blocked by Tabron off the hand of Price. There's another collision foul on Tabron, his 4th. So Lorenzo Pettiford rubbing his right knee, but I'm sure he's all right. He's been subject to cramps in his career, also injured his ankle here a year ago. And now Ron Tabron limping as he comes off the court. Keith Gilbert replaces him. Pettiford goes back to the line, 1-1. Bill Chavis reports and enters the game for Fort Wayne South. Here's the senior. And coming out is Mike Cunningham. 4 points for Mike tonight. His 2 free throws won the triple overtimer against Valparaiso this afternoon. Pettiford. Misses. Rebound Gilbert of South. Scott Farrell. 50 seconds to go. Farrell's shot looks short. It is. Rebound by Jeff Todd. Long pass down to Adrianson. Rocky going in and scoring. Adrianson with 10 points. 66-54. The Marion Giants will win the Fort Wayne Semistate. John Flowers. 30 seconds to go. Chavis travels. The Giants get the ball back with a half a minute to go. Marion fans begin to celebrate. Scott Farrell picks up foul number 2. 66-54, 28 seconds. Larry Little on the brink of his most satisfying tournament. Ronnie Williams coming in for the Giants. Coming out, Lorenzo Pettiford. And there's a hug. Pettiford and Larry Little. That's quite a sight, isn't it? If you're wondering, it is that important. Adrianson gets his first free throw of the night. 11 points. He gets 2. And Rob Olds enters for the Marion Giants. Coming out is Jeff Todd. And the reception waits for him. And there's the hug by Larry Little and Jeff Todd. Southside ball, 68-54. They trail. Scott Farrell comes down, goes up, misses it. Rebound tipped up, not good. Next rebound batted out of bounds. Southside ball with 19 seconds. 68-54, the Marion Giants. Going for their 13th consecutive victory of the season. Flowers, as the ball was intercepted, Flowers fouled Ron Peters, and Flowers will foul out on that play. He has 5 points tonight. The junior will be back next year. And now Marion goes deeper to the bench. Coming off the bench is Johnny Jones. The lad is headed for Kentucky on a football scholarship. And Steve Lyons will enter for Marion with 18 seconds to go. Flowers is out. Tabron comes back in for him. Marion will send in Mark Mahoney, a sophomore. Marion fans standing across the way. Here's Adrianson coming out, and he gets the high five from Lorenzo Pettiford. Todd Noakes will go in for the Giants. 32 coming out, Ronnie Williams. Well, this is a big moment in the coaching career of Larry Little. Been impressed with his work over the last 4 years. Here's Ron Peters. He misses the free throw. Rebound on the bounce. Picked up by Scott Farrell, 14 seconds. Farrell down the lane. Farrell goes under, misses the shot. Rebound is to Marion with 8 seconds. Traveling call on the Marion Giants. Southside gets the ball back with 8 seconds to go, and Lyons is now into the game for Marion. Coming out is Ron Peters, and it was his play early. 12 points in the first half. They got Marion off and running offensively here tonight. He did a remarkable offensive rebounding job. Harrison scores. 7 points for Harrison, 68-56. 2 seconds, 1 second. It's all over. And the last basket will count by Keith Gilbert. The last basket counts. And so the Marion Giants are victorious here tonight, winning the Semistate Basketball Championship. Did they put that last basket on the board? So Gilbert getting a shot right at the end of the game, making the final margin 10 points in favor of the Marion Giants. We'll be back in a moment. The final score here tonight is Marion 68 and Southside 58. Back at the Memorial Coliseum, where Marion is celebrating a semi-state basketball championship. And now the introduction of Dan Howe, the tournament manager and principal of Northside High School. Here's Dan Howe. There's the presentation of the game ball. This time I'd like to have the captain, representatives of the Marion High School team here. On behalf of the IHSAA, I'd like to present to you, first of all, the game ball representing your participation and this plaque that will go on the trophy that you won at the sectional level. Congratulations and best of luck down at Market Square next week. Congratulations. Thank you, Dan. Let's talk to Jeff Todd, co-captain for the Marion Giants. Jeff, this is probably your most satisfying athletic moment, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my greatest thrill. After losing that last-second game last year to Argus, we've been waiting a whole year for this.
Well, you lost that on the last second, but this was not that close here tonight.
No, it wasn't. We came out in the third quarter, and we knew the South would be tired, so we tried to run on them, and it was pretty successful.
Well, it certainly was. Ron Peters did a great job for you early in this game, particularly in rebounding.
Yeah, he wasn't intimidated by Flowers at all.
Well, congratulations to you. Good luck next week. You'll probably play Broadrip on the way ahead. Here's Lorenzo Pettiford. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. This is the greatest feeling. I've been waiting for this for so long. Ever since last year and I got hurt in the semis, I'm just glad we won. We played good.
You told me yesterday that you injured your ankle in the third period last year, and you were looking forward to this for a whole year.
That's right. I just mean so much, I don't know what to say to you.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
I want to get to Larry. Here's Larry Little. We want to get you over here because this has got to be your greatest thrill. I know how hard you work. Your 4 years at Marion have been gigantic successes, but I know this was the thing you were looking for.
Well, Hilliard, I tell you, we just have some fantastic young men that You know, they lay it all out, and that's all you can ever ask of anybody. And we're just so very, very happy and so very, very proud. I don't think anybody has ever worked harder than what these young men have worked. And I think it was indicative out there tonight. Once they got it, and once they knew it was theirs, they weren't about to let anyone take it away from them.
Well, that embrace that you gave each of your starters when they came off, that was one of the most sincere things I've seen.
I'll tell you, we've been together for 4 years, and we've learned a lot, and we've worked awfully hard. And I can't say enough about them. Can't say enough about the coaches that work within our program. And I tell you, our families, we are a family, and I think that the thing is that there are a lot of important things in our life, but there's nothing any more important than our relationship. And I think the fact that Jesus Christ is with us tonight, and the fact that we're just so very, very happy and so very, very proud. We're going to go to Market Square next week, and we're going to play, and that's all we can do.
I think you're going to play Broad Ripple. They were ahead by a big score at the end of three quarters.
We really don't care who we play, Hilliard. We're going to play.
I know you mean that. I want to ask you one technical question. You did a great job of keeping Ron Tabron away from the ball here tonight, and I know you consider him a big factor in the Southside attack. You were successful in that here tonight.
Hilliard, what we found was that if you deny the ball to Ron, he has a tendency to not really get after the basketball at times. And JT stole it from him early and denied it from him. He got after the boards there, but the ball game was already decided. And I thought we shut off John Flowers inside real well. The press hurt him. We took the ball away from him there 3 or 4 times, and we scored off of it. And there was about a 4-minute span in there where we just won the basketball game by good, hard transition and pressing basketball.
All right, one other statement I'd like to make. Ron Peters played a tremendous game for you. His rebounding was spectacular here, and he really got you going offensively.
Hey, I tell you, Ron Peters played the best game of his life, Hilliard, and he's a big reason why we're at Indianapolis next week. You know, this young man didn't even start on a reserve team last year. He was a C-team player, and if there's anybody in the state of Indiana that wants to know what hard work will do for you, you look at Ron Peters. He's one of them. We've got also 11 other ones that do the same thing.
Well, you do a lot of hard work. Your coaching staff does. Dick Persinger, I know the principal is close, and Jim Fricky, your athletic director. You have quite an operation there.
I tell you, Hilliard, adults sometimes look very, very good with the way young men play. And I think we're just so very proud of our young men. They're winners. They're excellent students in the class. They handle this just so very, very well, and I think that's the big thing.
Well, I've enjoyed this week again with you, Larry, as I have every chance I've had an opportunity to be around you, and I congratulate you and wish you well in Indianapolis next week.
Oh, we'd like to see you down there, Hilliard. You've been there more than we have.
I've been there a few times. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. Larry Little, the coach of the champion Marion Giants. Dick, we have time for some shooting stats.
Okay, very quickly for the Marion Giants. They hit 57% of their shots in this ball game. They took 44, hit on 26 from the field. They had 23 free throws, converted 16, so they missed only 7. Southside Ushers hit 47% of their shots in the losing cause tonight. They took 55 shots, hit on 26. They had only 11 free throws, and they converted 6 of those. So they missed 5 charity tosses. They had only 1 free throw, 2 free throws in that final period. In the rebounding department, Marion out-rebounded South 24-21. They both had 15 turnovers. Hilliard?
Quickly, the scoring for Marion. Jeff Todd had 14. Joseph Price with 12. Ron Peters, 18. Lorenzo Pettiford, 10. Rocky Adrianson, 2, 4, 6, 12. And James Blackman had 2. For Southside, Ron Tabron with 12. Keith Gilbert with 18. John Flowers, 5. Scott Farrell with 12, Mike Cunningham 4, Herb Harrison had 7 in this basketball game tonight. So Marion goes on with a record of 25-2, and it appears they will play Indianapolis Broad Ripple in the second game, although the Broad Ripple score is not yet over and not yet official. That's the story from the Memorial Coliseum. Hilliard Gay, Dick DeFay, saying goodnight. See you next week from Indianapolis.